We have some threatening skies, but nothing to get in the way for this game that we have in store for you this afternoon. The crowd has packed this place out, and you can feel the energy reverberating. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe together. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one as the return is stopped short of the 25. And this junior wide receiver is a focal point in their passing attack. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known.
And there was times during the week where we were texting. We have a group text for these games every...
Breaks into the open. Quick step and go. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Man, I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Makes the grab over the middle. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to run for it. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. On the direct snap, it's Romero. Could be an alley. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
And he swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really, really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. They're likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got to settle in. Timing is important. Get rid of the ball on time. Trust your read and execute this pass.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Give the defense a lot of credit on that one. A little bit of bend, don't break here in the opening drive of the game. They gave up some yards. They were down inside their own red zone. But on that critical 3rd down, phenomenal effort individually to win his one-on-one, get to the quarterback and bring him down to the ground and really try to take some air out of this offense.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. A big challenge in this matchup is for the linebackers to be able to hold their ground, something they haven't always been successful at doing. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Now the play fake. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad late. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield on 1st down. With the catch, it's Cuber. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Under fire. Makes the grab on the left. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Then man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. The keeper on the option. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Well, in that 3rd down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after the catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier in bounds and getting him down, now setting up 4th.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And we're even here in the 1st.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Absolutely nothing settled, deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. After that tight 1st quarter, this 2nd period ought to be a lot of fun. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Got his man. Turning it on. The 10. Touchdown.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Lining up for the PAT. And they knock through the extra point for the 10-3 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper came on that 62-yard run to the house. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Motion from the wide receiver. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Working that left side now. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on first down. Wide receiver going in motion. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Out of the backfield, he's open. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll run it from the gun. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Snap to the back. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
From the gun to give, looking for room. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Gets the back moving. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
And at least they keep him out of the end zone. He's on the 3. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And he burrows his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They put together an 81-yard drive and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Now this offense is back on the field. Hand off from the shotgun. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Offense gets set for second down. Running inside, it's Romero. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to get the first through the air. Oh, they're after him. Finds his big tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Makes a connection. Oh, he's got some space. He's got it, and he'll take it in for the touchdown.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got a man, it's Cuber.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
After the 9-yard completion, a wide-open playbook on 2nd and short. He'll throw it. Finds his back in the middle. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Quarterback gets the first down. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Makes the grab. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete on the right side. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They get the timeout called here and probably just enough time for 1 more snap to put up points before the half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. This team is on top right now thanks in large part to the play of that burner on the outside. It's like he has glue on his hands, catching every ball that comes his way, and he's helped build this halftime advantage. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the Rose Bowl.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Going with the counter play here. Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. And you know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Romero.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Here comes the offense on second down. Red pass, it's complete. Could not make his way to the corner.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. To the ground to try to move the chains. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
And here comes the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Bringing the heat. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
The offense obviously trailing here in the second half. They're going to have to be able to throw the football effectively to come back in this game, but in order for that to happen, they have got to do a better job up front blocking.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Under fire. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
And that's one the quarterback just has to learn from. When you're backed up like that, you've got to be able to get rid of the football. And I know he's got to scramble, and he's trying to break out to the right-hand side to see if something positive can happen. But all that pursuit is coming after him. He needs to throw that thing away, live to play another play, but instead he gives up the big safety.
After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. On his way back from the 20. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Gonna run it. It's Romero. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stem in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Back to pass on second down. Got his man on the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And that's why quarterbacks take their offensive lines out for all-you-can-eat wings. Clean pocket, able to step up, scan the entire field, and pick the open receiver.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. The run inside. It's Romero.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll run play action. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Sends it back in motion. They'll go right back to the run. Across the 25, he's got room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And there's no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
A 1st down run in the red zone. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Here's the pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And this one splits the uprights.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Number 38, set to advance on the football.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. from the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The play action fake. Got his man on the outside. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the 1st down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the 1st.
They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Training staff checking out this junior defensive tackle. We hope this is not serious, and he gets back in the fray shortly. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Hums it downfield. Makes a grab past the marker. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On 4th down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Punch it out of the air.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Keeps it on the option. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Makes the grab in their space. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
Well, Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Late in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. On the move from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Running inside, it's Romero. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of a game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
Pressure coming. He's going to take off. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Got it set up on the outside. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or 2 miss and pick up the 1st down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the 1st.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Throws for the tight end. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
What a big play in the 4th quarter when you're trailing and you really needed to get a first down here. Nice job by the quarterback, making the pass, getting the first down.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wants to throw it again. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Trying play action. Looking to scramble. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
These crucial situations you practice so much. Inside of 2 minutes, they score, they win. Defensively, how do you bow your neck? You force a turnover, force the fumble, get the ball back to your offense. Go get me a few first downs. This one's over.
They'll start this drive. Snap it from the 40. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play?
And this defense and their team, honestly, has just built some momentum here in this 4th quarter, man. And I'm interested to see this offense and if they can respond, if they can be physical, if they can run the football, they can make some plays here in this 4th quarter.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. On the move, it's Romero. How about this defense? Another stop. This one right at the line of scrimmage. It's 4th down. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. The accuracy is perfect. The loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. Looking to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off the play fake. Makes the grab. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Slings it downfield. It's caught downfield. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And when you start to develop a feel as a tight end that you can feel the zones and the holes, man, you start to become unstoppable. Nice job. QB on the same page, sees his tight end break towards the sidelines, finds the hole in the zone, delivers a strike. Nice completion, nice communication there without saying a word.
Makes the catch. Able to work his way for 5 yards. He needs a lot more than that, but they did get the clock stopped.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Just a short pass to the tight end. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. And perfect situational awareness there. Get the first down. Don't get greedy. Stop the clock.
Yeah, and that's why this team practices these types of 2-minute situations all week long leading up to games so that everybody's on the same page. That receiver did an awesome job getting out of bounds to try to preserve as much clock as possible.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect.